This is my channel, and with me is Adrian, and we're here to do some writing. How are you, Adrian?
I am well, Martin. Thank you for having me. How are you?
A1 tip top. I've not actually got any words down today, so I thought an accountability stream would hold me to account, which is why you're here.
That's why I'm here. Here to hold you
How have you
accountable.
been keeping?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm getting writing done. I'm doing my thing. It's all good. I am fighting off a bit of a cold. I don't know if it's a cold or if it's full blown pneumonia because sometimes I feel okay, like right now, and in like
Mhm.
20 minutes I might be coughing up a lung and sneezing everywhere. I don't know. It just happens. So if that happens, I apologize, but I'm okay. I'm doing good. Here to get some
Excellent.
words down.
Yeah,
I'm also eating, but I'm almost done.
I see. How's Cuba?
Cuba's good. She's around here somewhere. I'll get her during the sprint. And I'll bring her up.
How exciting. Cuba is a rabbit, for those who aren't aware.
Dude, spoilers.
Oh.
There was going to be a reveal.
Le Petit Lapin.
It's a bunny. All right. So we sprinting? We're getting some words
So
down?
what are you working on?
I am working
yes.
on book 2 of the Mythic series. It is called Mythic, the Face of Gaia. And I'm about 50% of the way through writing it, but my manuscript software crapped out on me this morning. Well, it's been crapping out on me over the past couple of days, and when it wasn't any better this morning, I decided to jump ship on it. And so I'm transferring all of my files from that to a new one. And in doing that, I'm also touching up the world building and the character bios and putting in some backstories and stuff like that. So I am writing, but I'm not like getting words down today. It's more about background stuff.
Excellent.
It is excellent.
And I
indeed. What are you working
on? Working on the second half of Pulsar Sky, the second book in the Battleship trilogy. Which
the sci-fi books with the prettiest protagonists.
Popular on the.
You have a very handsome protagonist. A lovely lady and a lovely man.
Starting serializing it tomorrow on Royal Road. I'm about halfway through, and a weird thing has happened where I have become an underwriter. I don't know how or when, but here we are.
Who says you're an underwriter?
My spreadsheet that calculates what my final word count's going to be.
Spreadsheets lie. Deceitful little things.
No. Well, I did set up a whole thing to calculate when I would have a complete draft, and because of how long it's taken me and the fact I've suddenly sped up, it's now started counting backwards, and I should be done in December.
Okay, that's cool. So like a countdown. I don't know. That sounds intimidating. You want to invite Richard? He's butthurt about it.
Well, he's always welcome, but he needs to understand that we will be sprinting, and his demands to not sprint will not be heeded.
We're here to get the words down. Yeah. He needs to fall in line. Oh, he doesn't have his face on. Never mind. Nadim, hello. What's up, dude?
Nadim is one cool cat. He reads my books.
He looks like a person.
Qualification for whether someone
is the most human-looking cat I've ever seen. Mhm. All right. You got a sprint timer? Or you need me to show one?
I have almost got one ready.
Fantastic.
Do you have one to hand?
I do. I always have one open. It's a
Yes.
Pomodoro one, so I have the sprints and the breaks all loaded up into it already.
Excellent. Then can you sort that, or do you need me to do something?
Oh, I got you. It's coming up. There you go. Big.
Hey, brilliant.
All right. Ready?
Yeah, we are going to sprint for 25 minutes, and you can join in at home too.
Shut up and write. You're right on time.
Why did you want her?
Where's a bunny?
She's got
Some spinach.
Alright.
Rabbit.
A wet gooey rabbit.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. And she's cute. I want to kiss her.
Another one?
I hate her.
Yeah, you do. She munches that right up. All right, our time and the 10-minute break time is now running.
Quick talk, get the conversation in. Was that a good sprint for you, Cuba?
She was happy.
I mean,
She got to eat.
Adrian.
Oh, me, yes. I transferred some more stuff over. I created some new artwork for the character that I transferred over. And yeah, doing my thing.
I got another scene written, so
Good.
That's very productive. I'm just doing snapshots in Scrivener, so you can tweak things and then do a little save and then tweak it again. It's a rather good feature.
Okay.
But it does do that weird camera shutter noise.
Oh, really? That's annoying.
So yeah, it is the second part of the Pulsar Sky series and Terry's Twilight. The first part goes live tomorrow on Royal Road. I will post a link in the chat for you to all bookmark and seek out in
Nice.
a little under 24 hours time. It's about 9 a.m. EST it goes live. Seems to be a sensible time for it. I suspect there's people who look things up on their commute. So I've been scheduling the chapters I've got so far, and it is a very good story, if I do say so myself.
You should say so yourself. You are the chief marketer of said story. If you don't say, who will?
I feel like you're phrasing it like that undermines all the points I just made.
That's it. I'm sorry. But yeah, man, you're getting it done.
Would say that he's selling it.
Yeah, sell it. That's right. All right, I gotta get rid of this rabbit. She's distracting. Okay, bunny, go with the child. I know he's scary sometimes, but he loves you. Let go of my shirt. Let go. Let go. There, take her. Careful, careful. Good. All right, get her safely downstairs.
When that rabbit sounded really human.
When that rabbit what?
When as you were handing the rabbit over, it laughed and it sounded so human. It really unnerved me.
I'm pretty sure that was me. Don't they eat rabbit in Wales?
That's France.
Oh, Richard. Is that wine?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
I mean, I was going to go get some
The only time I've
and
had
join you,
wine.
but no.
Oh, you're welcome to. The only time I've had wine was when I was in Italy and they didn't understand no thank you. It was just like,
Yeah,
but
I don't
it
think
is
you can
wine.
say
Here
no
you
thank
go.
you. Yeah, when an Italian offers you wine, I don't think that you can say no thank you. That's not in their vocabulary. Emma wants to eat my rabbit.
Right, did you want to go through every comment from the...
Oh, yes, my favorite. we were talking before we went
No,
live
they're pretty.
about how my biggest pet peeve is on sprints when the sprint ends and the host decides to then go back 25 minutes in the chat and start going line by line with everybody. And, if it's like today where there's a couple of people in the chat, like, okay, maybe. But if there's 30 people in the chat during a sprint, you don't need to do that. Like, we were in the chat, we were all talking to each other. We know what we said to each other. Who are you reading that for? Like, who, like, you know what I mean? Just pick up at the most recent chat message and go from there. Not addressing the comments is rude. You just want attention, Richard. You refuse to give it to you. Oh my God. I said, don't eat my rabbit. And she said, oh my God, I'm married. That's not what I meant, Emma. Smut writers. Smutty romance writers.
Which can be quite profitable, I'm told.
Indeed. Hey, Charlie, can you close that door for me? Yes, I agree with Richard. It is all about the quality of the people in the chat. Smorgasbord of amazing people. Yeah.
I'm guessing with your comments of it being Sunday night and you having a roast, you probably don't want to jump on Emma, but you are more than welcome.
Who doesn't want to jump on Emma? She's married.
I think Richard's actually got. This set up to a keyboard shortcut.
Yeah, I think so too. Richard, I already made that joke.
And he's got.
We got 3 minutes left on the break, y'all. What's everybody working on today? And what's your word count goal for this sprint if you have one? Say it in the chat.
We have a Norwegian in the chat.
Norwegian Tomahawk Ellingson.
Yeah.
Hell of a name. Depends on the definition of jump, really. Well, it's not for me to decide. But you have a cool first name. Emma, keep it in your pants. There's a PG channel. My wife is hot. You don't see me parading her around. Maybe I should. I might sell more books.
You do sometimes.
Do I? Well, as I should. Have you seen her? Anyway.
Yeah.
She's lovely. All right. So we got 2 minutes left. My name is definitely Tomahawk. Yeah. I guess it would be strange if that was your actual first name, but still, it's pretty cool. I'm just going to pretend that your first name is Tomahawk. That's just too cool to not.
This was actually my initial reaction. And he said, no, like the throwing axe. To which I replied, that would be a missile.
Huh. That's kind of like how water is lava and ice is a rock. Ice counts as a stone.
Is it?
Yeah. Because apparently the definition of something being molten is it being the melted state of a solid. And if ice is the solid and it melts into water, that would make water molten ice, which means water is lava and ice is a stone. If so facto.
Excellent.
Yeah. Richard, put your tomahawk away. Glass is technically a liquid. Yes, that too. Liquid sand. or like well, I don't know if that's quite the same thing, tomahawk, but yes, that also. Lots of things. All right, y'all, 30 seconds. Let's get ready. Here we go. Share my timer
The term
because it's about to
UFO
go
was
off.
coined because
Do as I say, Martin. That's right. I'm here to whip your ass into shape. Let's get some words down.
the term UFO was coined because flying saucer was considered too ridiculous. It was replaced with unknown aerial phenomenon for exactly the same reason.
Eventually, we'll replace UAP with something else that means exactly the same thing. Here we go. Happy writing. The break is running. Unless that was your last sprint, I don't know how many you want to do.
How was that for you?
We can do one more.
Excellent.
That was my clicky keyboard,
Click, please.
sir.
I mean, Adrian, would you say that comment was rude?
Which one?
Just say yes.
Yes. I don't know.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh boy. I'm sleepier than I thought I would be right
One
now.
thing I am quite excited about is I have a BYOK coming at some point this year, which is a little LED device that you can write with a Bluetooth keyboard on, distraction free.
Oh yeah, I remember
Like
you
a
telling
Kindle
me
type
about
screen.
that. Yeah, you were really looking forward to that. What's taking so long?
Oh, it's a Kickstarter and it will come when it arrives.
Ah, so it's a prototype.
Essentially.
Awesome. Awesome.
You know it.
Let's see here. I'm
I remember being at school once and referred to something as a prototype, and someone just said, "Stop using Star Trek words."
well, that's a dum-dum. And we
Yeah.
don't cater to dum-dums. Dum-dums just got to figure shit out, man.
Mhm.
I'm not here to help the dum-dums. Yeah, on their own.
It was nice that you didn't compare my work to 7 of 9 for once.
7 of 9. Making some tweaks to my little placeholder cover for book 2. The thing that I'm going to eventually send to the actual artist and say, can you do this, but good?
Are you using the same one?
The one I've showed you, I'm tweaking it, but yeah, it's the same concept.
Are you using the same artist as the cover of book 1?
Oh, no. I've shown you the mock-up for
Ooh.
book 2, haven't I? It's probably been a while. Let's see.
I'm sure you have.
I'm sure I have as well. Here, you guys want a little sneak peek? Let's see here. We'll bring back the timer in a second. So, at the moment, now again, I am not an artist, and this is just me, dicking around. But the idea is the opposite theme of book 1. Book 1 was on the spark looking up at Gaia. This one is on Gaia looking up at the spark. The rings in the sky. Imagine that those 3 silhouetted characters at the bottom are actually my 3 protagonists. They'll be slightly bigger, like that, and so that in that way there's parallels to the first cover, but it's its own thing. The colors will be better, everything will be better. Again, I'm not an artist, but this is the idea. The word mythic will be made of stone this time instead of the metal that was on the first one. Little changes like that.
Mm-hmm. And when are you expecting to have it done?
The novel? Pfft, who knows, man? I don't want to make anybody any promises because it's been quite a challenging book. to write, but I'm having fun writing it, and I am getting it done.
Mhm.
I wrote the first sex scene this morning. That was fun.
Since we're sharing new covers,
Yeah, there's my guy. Look at that handsome bastard.
this is the one I used yesterday. There was actually a pass where he was a much closer resemblance to you.
Me?
You don't remember?
Vaguely. Martin, people are going to talk. You know, we're both married, but rumors will fly. Read it out. What does Richard want us to read out? Martin, you were impressed and you almost all the lines to the Red Dwarf and he saw the other day. Okay. What's going on there? Prototype. Oh, Richard. Oh, Richard. 4 minutes on the break timer. For anyone who's working, let us know how you did. It looks like Martin got 1,459 words. Look at Marty.
Over both sprints, not the last one.
Still. Oh, I see. He wants me to read the sex scene. No, I won't do that. Where'd Martin go? Why am I alone? I know, right? I just kicked him out. I do what I want. So hopefully he'll be back in a minute. He's just having technical difficulties. As for me, according to my manuscript program, I wrote a total today of 11,406 words. That's not true. I was just transferring stuff over, and I'm not done transferring it. But yeah, it thinks I wrote 11,000 words today. Martin, you're back. What happened?
I have no idea.
Well, good. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that.
For a moment.
Wild stuff. 2.5 minutes on the clock, folks. Get ready for the final sprint. This time, I will be writing actual new words.
The way you know if something counts as words written is if Richard insists it doesn't.
I don't make decisions based on what Richard thinks. Application software is acceptable.
You can't go far wrong. You can't go far wrong by just doing the opposite of what he says.
Yeah, just generally steering in the opposite direction. You're not wrong. Poor Richard. Sorry, buddy. We love you. Alrighty. So we got 1.5 minutes before we launch our final sprint. I'm looking at my words. I don't know if I want to edit what I wrote earlier or write something new.
Maybe I'm going to go back over the previous 2 sprints and give them a clean up. Run them through pro-writing in.
Yeah, I might do something like that. I don't know how many new words I can coax out of myself after all the work I've done today. Plus, I still have to fill in like character backstories and stuff like that. I was working a lot on world building today while transferring all that stuff over. And just nailing down some details about the different kingdoms and all of that. It's pretty interesting.
Kingdoms is your sci-fi planet with its space station in orbit?
The space station is a sci-fi world. The planet is a fantasy world. And on that planet, there are fantasy creatures and there is magic and all kinds of things. Our characters are from a sci-fi world, and so they will be viewing it through a sci-fi lens, but it's still a fantasy world.
I've not said this to you out loud, but the more you tell me about all your ideas for where the series is going, the more convinced I am that I'm going to rage quit during book 2.
I doubt that. You love my writing. All right, let's go. You know what the problem with Mid Journey is? When you have a truly original idea that has not existed before, it can't do it because it needs something.
Yeah, that was one of the limitations.
It's frustrating because I can verbalize the image in my head, but it can't make it. Hmm. Anyway, how'd you do?
Yeah, I went back over the stuff I wrote this evening, tidied it up, ran it through Pro Writing Aid, gave it a polish so it's not just my quick first draft. And yeah, I have now written.
Mom's going.
This is something I have done many times. Like, I'll just leave YouTube on my PC and then go downstairs and be like, someone's broken out in upstairs. And it's Shannon. And then realize it's just left on.
Yeah, that makes sense. She does like have those like long sprints that take forever, and then all of a sudden she's back. Okay, so that was our last sprint. Yes. How do you feel about your work for
Yes.
today?
I am ecstatic. I was feeling a bit down with not having got anything written.
So I helped.
This has been a lot of help. It really
See,
removes the
Your buddy
ability to
Adrian,
procrastinate.
that's what it's all about.
I mean, not that Richard isn't a delightful stream partner, but he does say things like, let's not do more writing now and just chat.
He does say that. He does. But that's just because he likes you
But
so
yeah.
much.
It's
So, you
true.
know, you can't really be mad at him for that.
Oh, not at all. But yeah, I've had a really productive week. I've been trying a few more things. I've got just shy of 7,500 words in the last 7 days, which is my most productive week of the year so far. That's given me 16,500 words for the month.
That's nice. Very productive.
Which, considering how things were going at the back of last year, is a much better state of affairs. Clearly, they are in a spreadsheet. This is where I'm getting this data from. I don't keep it all in my head because that would be insane. You know, like when I take the wine tasting course and forgot how to drive.
No comment.
It's
No
a
driving
Simpsons
after
line.
Oh. They've had too many episodes. I can't keep up. Oh, Richard got it. Perfectly cromulent reference. Well, this is fun. I'm glad I did this. Yeah, I got a lot done. I got my my races all laid out. I got all the kingdoms laid out, the ruling empire. I got all my supporting characters, my antagonistic characters, my protagonist characters. I still have to fill in all of their backstories, but I've got them set up. And yeah, I've got one.
What would you call someone who's not a protagonist or an antagonist and are indifferent to the hero's quest? Like a metagonist.
Like a metagonist. Yeah, they're a neutral antagonist, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. What's that? The D&D scenario? True neutral or whatever. Is that what it's called? where you're like neutral across the
yes.
board, so you do nothing.
Lawful good, lawful evil, lawful neutral.
Who do you think is the most famous neutral character in fiction? I can only think of one.
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is Q from Star Trek.
Is he neutral?
He's definitely, well, he's an antagonist, but he is also, but he's not actively cruel necessarily.
Sounds like somebody wants to make excuses for him. See, I was thinking of Tom Bombadil.
Oh, well, that's more boring characters.
Well, that's what a neutral character is, because they don't do anything. When you ask Tom Bombadil for help, he's like, I can sing you a song, dude, but no. Ari has a theory.
I mean, the flaw with the whole grid is characters change and move across it in good writing.
Indeed. Well said. Yes,
but,
it is correct.
You know, it's a game mechanic,
Except
so it serves a purpose.
Yeah. I only say Tom Bombadil because his whole thing is he, lives in this one area and that's his realm. And if anything happens in there, yeah, he's going to get up in it. But he will take absolutely no part in anything going on outside of his forest. He doesn't care that there's a battle between good and evil going on. It's got nothing to do with him. He's been there longer than the gods that created the place, and he's going to be there long after. Like, he's Tom. He's going to be fine. Anyway.
So Switzerland then.
Huh? Swindler?
Switzerland.
Yes. Switzerland. Exactly. True neutral. All right, buddy. This has been fun. Thank you very much for having me on. I'm glad that you got some work done. I'm glad that I got some work done.
Thank you for motivating me.
It was my pleasure. And I'm going to get the heck up out of here because I got some stuff to do. My wife just left and left me the kids, so they're running around out there unsupervised.
Dude, she does not like you doing writing sprints.
She put up with it, I guess. she just wants to go walk in the woods.
Oh, so she's coming back.
She always comes back.
It wasn't the final straw.
She always comes back. Yeah, no, she's
Mrs. Boomerang Santiago.
That's right. She always comes back. All right, y'all. Peace in the Middle East and all that good stuff.
Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for watching this. Happy Australia Day. You can't do that.
Is that today?
Very offensive. Anyway.